There's I'm a Valentine. What's up, everybody? I'm a Valentine here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know that my style has made a major switch up recently, but really appreciate you guys listening and hearing me talk and saying the things that I think are genuinely important. I mean, of course, I could be talking about nonsense and nonchalance, but the state of the world right now, like all of the genocides happening, the political unrest that affects absolutely everyone over the entire world, femicide still occurring, abuse cycles still happening on the day to day in our interpersonal lives, issues inside of workspaces, like everything that's going on in the world. I just feel like it's a super important time to talk to people and talk about what we have the potential of, talk about what's actually going on right now. So yeah, definitely a shift in my style, but I don't think I'm gonna keep you for too long because there's lights in my eyes, and I kind of have a little headache, and I'm feeling a bit of frustration, not a bit, quite a bit of frustration, worry, and I'm just honestly genuinely pretty exhausted right now. But we have potential, right? Like we as a society have potential, and I don't mean to pull a Michael Jackson quote out of my ass, but it starts with the men in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Like it starts with us individually taking the actions of taking personal accountability for the way that we make other people feel. It starts with us calling people out when they're not doing the right thing. The more people that activate their own courage in their lives to be who they really are and call people out for when they know what they're doing is wrong, the better the world will become. There is a high chance, and I honestly believe that this is the mission of good on the earth, that over time evil will die out, and just the more and more that we become better individuals, more caring individuals, the more that we look out for the people around us rather than trying to realize what we can take from each other, like the world will have completed its mission of good. Like there is the beautiful feeling that you feel when you're beside a waterfall with someone that you care about and you feel safe with. It's a feeling that every human on this earth could have. The feeling of sharing a meal with those that you love. It's a feeling that everyone on this earth could have. And it's possible. It's absolutely possible. But it takes each of us knowing that we're not going to strip the others around us of their good in order for us to enjoy our own. It takes a lack of selfishness. It takes a level of fucking empathy. You motherfuckers that are so fucking stupid and dumb, twisting the word fucking empathy, twisting the concept of being woke is so fucking insane to me. But it's a mixture of hate and ignorance. And we have to fucking fight that shit with all that we have. We have to educate ourselves because obviously these motherfuckers don't want us to be educated at all. The same people that they don't want to be educated are the same people are going to be fucked by all of these absolutely insane, batshit crazy politics and policies that they're trying to enforce. The way that they are trampling over human beings' lives, I don't give a fuck where you're from, human beings' lives is absolutely batshit insane. The way that people do not recognize that these white people are on foreign land everywhere that they go on this fucking earth is absolutely insane to me. Um, the fact that people that claim to be American when they really don't recognize that being in America is a fucking concept. A name is a concept. A place is real. A human is real. Things that you can touch with your arms and your hands and your fucking senses, that shit is real. This concept of where you are and who belongs and whatnot, bullshit, not actually fucking real. It's just a concept that's fucking enforced between all of us because we all continue to agree and consent to this idea every fucking day with our actions. But if we choose to be like, hey, fuck that, I don't actually agree with that, I'm not gonna allow that shit to happen, that's how we'll fucking change. Me personally, I believe that we should be protesting right now. I believe that we need to be paying attention to when our next vote is. I believe that we need to be self educating and also fucking advocating. I'm choosing to use the internet for that. You guys know that I'm literally a music artist and a content creator, and I know I keep saying that, but it's true. I'm a music artist and I'm a content creator. And for a long time in my life, I wanted to wait until I was like fucking 40 to have to actually talk about important shit like this. I wanted to have my fun. I wanted to be fucking dancing on stage. I wanted to be talking about frivolous, like fun, romantic shit. But this world right now is scaring the shit out of me. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to be around by the time I'm fucking 40. They're trying to destroy this earth. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie Snowpiercer. Or is it called Snowpiercer? It's the one where they're on that train, right? It's like the year 20 something. It's supposed to be like 50 years away or like something crazy like that. Like supposed to be not even crazy when you really think about it, but it's supposed to be in a different time frame, like in the future, right? And basically the whole outside world was supposed to have been destroyed, and the only thing left is what's on that train. And so there's all these people that's in the back of the train, and they have these nasty ass little rations that look like blood jelly, right? And that's all that they have to eat. And then they're barred from being in the upper levels of the train. Like they're not allowed to move from the one level of the train that they're in. Okay. And so there's this point where they form this alliance, and the people decide we're gonna fucking push through the other layers of the train, see what the fuck else is going on up there. And so they band together, and they literally have to essentially go to war with the people that are oppressing them on the train, the people that have the guns, and they have to go and sacrifice themselves for a greater good, a potential of a greater life, just to see what else is actually happening on the upper side of the train, which they have not been allowed to go and see, right? So cool. They get to these different, like, think about a train, like those different parts of the train. So they get to the next door, and it's like, holy shit, what is this? They get to the next door. There's fucking food, like real food, not just the fucking fruit jelly that or fucking blood jelly that they've been consuming. They get to the next layer of the train. Niggas are partying. People are fucking partying. They're living well. They got alcohol. They have fun. They have entertainment. They have music. Meanwhile, these people have been at the back of the train, fucking suffering, powering the train, like with their own effort and shit. Absolute fucking insanity. Okay, it's not fair in any capacity at all, right? They get to this other part of the train. They realize that the jelly that they've been eating is in fact, by the way, huge, like fucking spoiler alert, by the way, but they have in fact been eating blood jelly. The nutrients that they're getting from that jelly, it was human corpses being formed into that. It's fucking disgusting and it's terrible. Also, they had different points where they would drag out the weaker children or like smaller children. And basically, they found out that they put the children down in this really scary little part of the train where they had to like fuel the train, or like there was something to where they were in this little compartment, super dangerous, like where only a small body could fit. And they're having to use that child to like keep the train moving, essentially. And they basically get to this point where like they're up against the upper class, like the people that had power, the people that had, wealth and were able to live in that part of the train, those people that were living well without them while the people at the bottom fucking suffered. The unfortunate fucking thing about that movie is that it's really a parallel about our real day-to-day life, about capitalism, how that shit works, where there's all these resources, there's all this food, and instead of you fucking sharing, you consolidate it to the people in power and say, hey, you bitches need to just fucking work harder. You people really just need to work hard and like actually try hard, and then one day you'll be able to live like us. Why the fuck is that even happening? You're having to eat each other alive. You're eating each other, hurting each other, keeping yourself in this fucking cycle, hurting each other, eating each other, literally eating blood jelly, like, and yet you still are not able to party. You're not able to be nourished. You're not able to take time to learn. Like, it disgusts me. And the older I'm getting, like the more that I'm realizing that there are so many concepts that are demonized, such as socialism. And I haven't done enough research on socialism or communism to really speak too much on it, so I'm not gonna fucking act like I know everything about it. But what I do know now is that capitalism is literally murdering all of us. And it's hurting all of us. And especially now as we're making these new developments with technology, which, by the way, could have happened without capitalism. I mean, people are already naturally intelligent. People were already making all these huge major inventions despite the horrible conditions that they were in. I mean, imagine if we were in a state of like wonder and beauty and like care. Like imagine what beautiful things would come from our mind to create. You know what I'm saying? We don't need fucking capitalism to be constantly destroying each other and consolidating the wealth and the goodness of the planet to only some people. And this is coming from someone who's wanted to be a billionaire for almost all of my life. I've always wanted to live in mansions. I have always wanted to have beautiful cafes. I mean, I've always wanted to be an extremely, extremely successful, well respected, and super famous, super fucking rich person in my life. All of that being said, I don't sit well with the concept that your day to day person will not get to live at least a fucking decent life. Even me, myself, I am a young person and my feet are already fucked up from having worked two jobs for like 2 3 years. Imagine every human being that is working 2 and 3 jobs both in the morning and the day. Not even just one job a day, but morning and evening every fucking day. It is absolutely fucking unacceptable. This is not the way that the world should be. And I just don't think, I think that's coming to a point with where we're at in the world. We're having to start to realize that like we have to change this shit all the way. Like we are already hurting each other. This stuff is already killing us. We have to change this shit all the way. It's like a pendulum swing. Like this shit with Trump, he's pushing people to the absolute max. But the only like one of the only positive things that I can say is that it is forcing us to stand up. It is forcing us to stand together, and it is forcing us to educate ourselves. It is forcing us to look directly at what the fuck these people are doing and say, "Hey, you're doing that, but you're also doing this absolutely batshit insane shit, and I'm not gonna fucking stand for that." Absolutely the fuck not. And it's forcing us to be like, okay, you know what? I see you're doing this policy. I see you're doing that policy. I see you're doing that policy. We're not standing for that shit. And the courageous people are going to absolutely stand up. The writers are going to fucking write. People that are leaders are going to lead us into a better direction because this shit can't run forever. Slavery lasted forever, however the fucking long it lasted. The Holocaust lasted however long it lasted. All of the most horrible fucking events in the world always came to an end. And I promise you, everywhere in the world where they think that they have a fucking advantage, I don't care where the fuck it is. Every single country that is oppressing its people will crumble to the fucking ground because it is a pendulum swing. When you think that you can oppress people and hurt people, it will only last for so long because there is no fucking way. Like the good of the world will always unite. In the same way where you're going all the way this way, baby, it's gonna swing all the way back. And I don't care if it even like I care, yes, but even if it doesn't happen in my lifetime, this world will have to come to a space where absolutely everyone has the same freedoms. It does not matter what country you live in, what concept of a fucking country you live in, whatever the fuck that you choose to name where you live, whoever the fuck says they own what, there's gonna come a point where all of that shit goes away. And it goes back to people taking care of people, looking out for each other, and upholding a positive in society, making sure that everyone is treated well, making sure that everyone is nourished, making sure that everyone is happy. I fucking prophesy. I prophesy that with my life. I will see you guys later. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and of course, check out my music. I'll see y'all later. Bye.